get started. Suchita, it would be great if you can unmute yourself and switch on your video. Suchita? 1 minute, huh? Yes, I'm really sorry. There was with my internet. Okay, can you please put yourself on? Whoever new to this session, please write down where you are from, which class or year you are in, and if you are comfortable with Hindi or not. Okay, we will try to address all of your queries in this session. We have with us Suchita as well. Suchita, can you unmute yourself?
Yes. Hello, everyone.
Yes, hi. So we'll do a quick round of introductions before we get started. All right. My name is Vaidehi. I am here from Steer Me. Okay, Steer Me is an organization where you can talk to mentors who are basically college seniors and graduates and have done something that you want to achieve in your life. For example, you want to clear UPSC. So you will find mentors who have cleared UPSC, cleared prelims or mains or something like that, and get the right kind of advice from them. For example, I am from IIT Kharagpur, Suchita is from DO, right? So if you want to get into Delhi University or you want to get into IIT, you can talk to either one of us, and we have hundreds of more mentors at Steer Me who are of similar backgrounds. Okay, you will find people who are as young as college second years, to people who are as old as people who have 50, 60 years of work experience. So it's a very diverse group that you will get in touch with. Okay. Suchita, it would be great if you can give a short introduction about yourself.
So I am Suchita. I am pursuing journalism honors in Delhi University, and I am also a mentor at Steer Me. And I hope you find all your answers by the end of this webinar.
Yeah. So see, the topic of this webinar is very simple. How do you manage competitive exams with your college studies or your school studies? All right. So I hope you all have had such kind of questions in your mind, and I want quickly all of you to write down in the chat what your questions are related to this, and we will make sure that we address all of those in the session today. Okay, Suchita and I, we will get started with our personal journeys first, because we both went through this process of preparing for competitive exams, which are, really, really competitive, and then clearing them as well. Okay, but before that, I want every one of you to write down in the chat which exam you are giving and what really is your concern, right? Everybody has some questions. If you're uncomfortable sharing those questions publicly, you can just message me or Suchita personally. That's also okay. Okay,
Yeah.
but you have to share why you have joined this session and what are your expectations from it. Okay, so please share that in the chat. Meanwhile, Suchita, let's get started with you. How was your journey when you were preparing for DU entrances and you had to prepare for boards exam as well?
Okay, so it hasn't been that long. I passed my 12th in 2019, and I would say it was like yesterday. So I've cleared, like, I gave two entrances, and it was pretty hard because I couldn't actually, I had no guidance, and I had to find out myself, and I researched a lot, and then I went through a lot of websites looking for how the entrances are, and how to go about it. And then I found out few books which could help me prepare for the exams. So I gave DU exams, like multimedia exam of IP College, and then I also gave one of the entrance, which is a journalism 5-year course of Delhi University. So I cracked it, but then I got Delhi College of Arts and Commerce, which is the best college for journalism and mass communication. So I went with that.
Yeah.
So it was like that.
Got it. So, it must have been very tough for you during that journey when you were preparing for 2, 3 different exams and you had to prepare for boards also, because what it requires you to, if you have to crack DO, you really have to have great marks. So, today only Just to set some context, today only cutoffs came, and for one college, that is SRCC, the cutoffs are as high as 99.5%. Okay, so you cannot imagine yourself doing that, right? I hope everybody would understand how serious it gets when you aim so high, right? 99.5 is out of the world who gets marks like that. But when you were thinking in that way, right, how did you prepare yourself to do 2 3 different things simultaneously?
So it's like I was very determined that I wanted to crack DU and wanted to do journalism. So yes, I had to prepare, and I was determined. That is why I made a plan out of it. So which is I am going to give you guys some tips on that as well. So I planned everything, and that is how I did it very systematically, so that I can achieve my goal. So until unless you are very strict with you, then you can achieve it. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's how I did
So
it.
for you, planning was the key thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, got it. But guys, we have not received anything. Yeah, Suchita, have you received any DM from someone?
Let me check it.
Ari, please send. No, we will address all of these things in the session. Okay, and we will keep it very fun and interactive. So please send whatever questions you have. We will address all of them. It may happen that the kind of thing that you are preparing for. For example, you're preparing for GATE, and we have not prepared for GATE, or you are preparing for CAT or CLAT or something like that, but we have not cracked it. But still, doing this activity, because Suchita and I, we are from very different backgrounds altogether. I cleared JE exam, right? I went to an IIT. She went to DO. Okay, for her it might very well have been that she prepared only for board exams and nothing else. But she took that
Mhm.
extra step to prepare for 3 4 more exams, right?
I even prepared for Christ University entrance, and I got cleared there, but
Yeah,
I couldn't go for the interview because of the the other entrances that I had to give in due. So
yeah,
yeah, that happened.
yeah. So all of these things happen. So okay, so please mention all of the questions you have, because we will include all of this in the session. Okay, we want to make it for you. As you can see, there are only 10 12 participants in this session, so we want to make it more interactive. I hope you all understand that. All right. Okay, fine. Fine. So I will also tell my story. Okay. So I was never a good student when I was growing up. Am I audible? Just type yes if I am audible, because Suchita hung up. Suchita, am
No,
I
no,
audible?
I can, yeah, I
Yeah,
can
yeah,
hear you.
great. So basically, when I was preparing for my JE exams, I was basically a person who was not good at studies. Okay, at one point of time, I got last rank in my coaching institute. So that also happened, and that's a very sad thing to be like. If you're going to a coaching, you have many people who are with you, and you're getting the last rank. And when you want to go into an IIT, and those are your aspirations, right? I personally, one of the things that I did to motivate me was, in every situation that I saw, I just saw one thing that I was good at and ignored 99 failures. Okay, I just ignored the failures, and I just focused on few things that were good for me. Like, if I could solve one question that I was not able to solve before, I focused on that and said, okay, I will solve this question right every time again. Okay, and that is what really helped me in my journey. Other than that, I used to attend my school, I used to attend my coaching, I used to give a lot of mock tests and all side by side. And for me, one of the things that I did was, I went to a coaching. And for J, everyone goes for a coaching, really. So what I did really was, go to a coaching which was a little, light. It was, there are some coachings which were very demanding, which demanded you to spend 6 hours every day in the institute and 2 hours every day on self study. I went to a coaching which had only 4 hours every alternate days, which I had to contribute. So every alternate day I could do some kind of self study and give tests or something like that. So one thing that I did was, I chose better things which gave me breathing space. Okay, because I have to understand myself first, right? The other thing that I did was, I used to find time pockets. Okay, that I am free in my bus. For example, I used to go to my school in a bus. So I used to find that time pocket, and I used to be like, okay, in this time pocket I will study one chapter and utilize this time that I have, right? So you will have your own experiences like this. And when you are really confused between two things at once, the best thing that you can do is prioritize and plan. So that is, I guess, what even I did, right? And Suchita, I guess even you did. You also prioritized DU admissions over
Yes,
Christ
yes,
admissions and interview, right?
exactly.
So there comes a time when you have to prioritize, but before that you have to give your 100%. Okay, since I can see there are many people who are confused between boards and entrances and probably are in class 12th right now, and many people who are even in college. Guys, tell me, which exams are you applying for and which competitive exams are you eyeing to prepare for, so that we can, mold our things accordingly. By the way, I also cracked CAT exam. I got something like a 98.6, I guess, percentile. SAE, I just gave it for fun, but I got a good rank in a good percentile in that, and I did that along with my work. So if any of you is confused about CAT as well, I can answer your questions also related to that. But please type in the comments, yeah, which exams are you preparing for? Abhishek, which exam are you preparing for? For NEET, okay. What about you, Tapashya? Acha, Tapashya is here, right? Tapashya is actually from YEF team. What about you, Ananya, Ankita, Akanksha? Which exams are you preparing for? Sakshi, Jovin, Adita?
Just a minute.
Okay,
Hello? Yeah, so if you're good at something, then you don't have to worry.
1 minute. Yeah, you have to write which exams you are preparing for. Madam, the time limit is very less. Oh, don't worry. If you're preparing for NEET, it's okay. Okay, don't worry. We will address all of these questions. Okay. I want to understand from everyone, yeah, which exams are you preparing for, so that we can tell you accordingly. Okay.
Akansha says that she is preparing for banking.
Yeah. Great. So I've got some of the responses till now. You can send your responses, in the chat. Please make it interactive, guys, because we are here to help you. And if you just say something in the chat, it will give us some context to help you all, right? And we are from different walks of lives. I gave my JEE exam in 2012, and it has been 8 years since then. Similarly, Suchita is very young. She gave her exams in 2019. So you will
Yes.
have a great perspective over here from somebody who has worked for 4-5 years and somebody who is just new to the college. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Great. So 1 minute. Adita, you on mute. Yeah. Great. So we have some tips for you. I guess Suchita will first get started on that. Then we will answer any specific questions and we will address any questions that people have here. Suchita, maybe we can get started with you. The thing that
Yeah.
you mentioned was planning, right? So the
Okay,
key
yeah.
to really, balance competitive exams and board exams is number one, planning. So Suchita, please tell us about that.
So the way I did it, I would explain you that way. So planning was the utmost thing that I wanted to do, and that really gave me a direction where where I can head towards. So making a schedule is one thing which you can do, and you can prioritize your subjects, and according to the entrance and according to your studies, you can find similar items from that. Like for example, you know that every entrance has English and grammar, right? So you can actually study English grammar with both the perspective, and you don't have to give extra time to English otherwise, and you can schedule it in your timetable, right? So everyone says that timetable is really difficult to follow, but it's not. uh, from my experience, I would say that if you really want to achieve something, planning is the key. If you plan it, then you will get it. So
Yeah.
that is the thing with the schedule which you can do, and just find the similar elements, so that you don't end up wasting time and preparing for other stuff which is not relevant. So just try and get the relevant stuff, and then you can start preparing, and you can put that in your schedule. So that is one thing.
लाइव स्ट्रीम
And
बंद हो
other thing which you can do is mock tests. Mock tests are the are will give you an idea how your entrance will go, right? You will get to know the types of questions that you will get in your entrance, and then it will prepare you for the problems that you will occur in while giving entrances. And at that point of time, while giving entrances, you will know that how would you deal with that situation, right?
Yeah.
So by doing those mock tests, it'll help you to really find out what your problems are, and then you can find the solutions there itself, so that you don't face it in your entrance.
Yeah.
That's
Let me,
one.
mention a little bit about mock tests over here. So I got a rank of 2000 in my JEE, okay, which is considered good. And one of the things that I personally did was 1 week before the exam, I treated it like my entire exam. So a JEE exam is like morning 9 to 12 you have one exam, 2 to 5 you have another exam. Okay, so I used to give weekly exams at least 2 months before the exam date. Okay, and then I used to give daily exams 10 days before the day. Okay, and mock tests really helped me understand my problems better and understand what I can really do to improve my silly mistakes or to improve my time strategy or something like that. So entrance exams are not really about doing 100 things ekdam awesome, right? They're not that. Board exams are that. Okay, in board exams you have to secure 100 on 100, that should be your aim. In college exams you should secure 100 on 100, that should be your aim. But in entrance exams, most of the entrance exams, you just have to secure 50-60%. Okay, and you have to be really clever about it. When you give
Hmm.
more and more mock tests, you get the art of doing that. Okay,
Yeah.
so even if you are giving any bank exam, even if you are giving a NEET exam, you are giving CAT exam, you're giving DU ka entrances, you're giving Christ ka entrances, any kind of thing. Okay, the thing that you have to make sure is you give as many mock tests as you can, so that at the time when you give the actual exam na, it's just another mock test which matters
Hmm.
a lot more, right?
Yeah.
Nothing else. It should just seem like acha, this was a mock test that I was giving, right? It is just like that. And I used to go to crazy extents. Yeah, I used to be like I will only allow myself for a washroom break once. Okay, I will set my alarm like it will happen in the exam day. Okay, I will fill the OMR sheet like it happens on the exam day. If it's a computer based test and you have a laptop, you really have to switch off every tab. And if you have any blockers or anything, apply those blockers so that you are able to really focus on that single exam at that point of time and nothing else. You have to go to that extent, and you have to have that level of madness to do that. I guess Suchita, you also would have done something like this, right? Yeah, I guess Suchita, you also would have done something like this, right?
So I would like to share that what I used to do while doing mock tests, I used to time each and every question that I answered. So I used to like give like, for example, I have two questions, and those are for like 5 marks. So I would just time it like 5 into 2. I'll just give 10 minutes to that one question, and I'll just end it. I wouldn't look back. If I know the answer, then I wouldn't look back. So I will just write whatever I know, and then I would just time my question. So like each and every question had a time limit which I had to do, and in that particular time limit I had to answer that question. So you can also time your answering questions, and you can finish the entrance and your like, exams like on time, right? So
Yeah.
that's how it's done.
Right. And giving more and more mock test also enables you to really deal with the fear of failure, right? You really feel at times, how will I do that? How can I get like, for example, you are giving NEET. So many are lakhs and lakhs of students, around 16 lakh students give NEET every year. Okay. And then if you see that only 5,000 of those students actually go and do proper MBBS. Okay. Then it's so sad when you hear that. It like hurts you in the heart when you hear that kind of a thing. But the key thing to do that is, you should know that everyone out there is scared. everyone out there is facing the same problems, and if you give more and more mock tests, right, you are preparing yourself for something better. Same goes for planning, right? Everyone out there is scared, everyone out there is feeling, yeah, maybe I should relax today, maybe I should watch a movie, maybe I should, chill and just sit back and watch some TV series, finish Mirzapur again because it is coming up again, and those kind of things. It comes in everyone's mind. I used to have one student who had all India rank of 15 and one student who had all India rank of 17 in my class. Okay, I don't know, they were brilliant students. And the one who had all India rank 17, he used to get such thoughts and he used to share it with us. Okay, he used to say ki, oh, I wanted to chill and I wanted to play Dota, so I went there and wasted 5 hours. Everyone does that. The reason why he had all India rank 17 was because he understood that he had the smarts to make it work, right? He could do the smart work, and that's the thing. Guys, we will come to your questions, like how to prepare for aptitude questions, how to deal with life as a commerce students, and so on. We will come to that. First we will share all of these tips. Okay, we have shared 2 tips till now. One is planning, second is give mock tests. We are also putting out notes on the chat, so please go to those notes and you can copy paste it and keep it with yourself as well. All right. Great. Yeah, Suchita, what would be the third thing that you would like to
So
mention?
I would say, like, whether you were saying, you sometimes you feel like doing cheating a day, so you can, like, give yourself a rest day, just one rest day, or you know what, you can also, award yourself for achieving something. For example, if you're done with one mock test, right, we were talking about mock tests. So if you're done with one mock test and you what your goal was to achieve like 65% for now, and if you have achieved like near it or like 64%, could really you could really am I
Yeah, you are
hello
audible now.
am I audible?
Yeah.
Hold
1 minute, yeah, 1 minute. She's joining us just. But till now, guys, are you able to follow? If yes, just type yes in the chat. If there's any kind of question like yoga, we will come to your question very soon. And Vinutak, we will also come to your question. Abhishek, I think we are answering a couple of questions that you have. If there are any more questions, we will come to those as well. All right. Meanwhile, let me tell you about Steer Me as well. So, Steer Me, as I was telling you, it's a very simple thing, right? You can talk to people from different branches, different colleges, different careers, and you can get an idea of how to be that kind of a person. For example, you want to crack CA. Okay, so you can find a qualified CA and you can talk to that person to understand how to prepare for foundation, how to prepare for intermediary, how to search for articleship, and so on. And we just don't have CAs. Like Suchita is a mentor with us, I am also a mentor, so you will find people from all walks of life. For example, you want to become a designer or a fashion designer, you will find people like that as well. If you want to become a doctor, you will find people like that as well, and it's completely free, so you can go ahead and explore that. But Suchita has joined us back. Suchita, can you unmute yourself?
I'm so sorry for the connectivity issue.
No
So
problem.
yeah, I was talking about giving yourself a reward. So when you are done with your one mock test and you know that you have achieved a little bit, then you can reward yourself by watching a movie, going out, and playing something which you like, or listening to music. Take breaks with the a certain point of time, because while preparing for all of these you feel stressed. So I would suggest that you can take a break if you want to, but don't just stress out while preparing for all of this. Do not think about what others going to say, and what you are going to achieve. Do not think about what results will it be. You just prepare and give your best, and do not stress out. So
Yeah,
that is the last tip that I want to
my
give.
mother used to say something very, I guess everyone's mother says this kind of a thing, that you have to be true to yourself. If you are doing something wrong, inside that it is wrong, and something like that, right? And it really is when you are studying also, right? when you're studying and you know that for 5 minutes you were completely into what people on Instagram are liking today. Okay, what this person has shared, what YouTube video has come up, what is the new series on Netflix, and for some time you get lost in that. I personally now also I feel that I'm just lost in YouTube for 1 hour and I lose a track of time, right? But it's very important to set challenging goals for yourself and understand that you know your truth, right? Your truth is only known to you and no one else. If you're chilling right now, है ना, and if you think, "Arey, this might be my reward, this might be my, chill time and I am stress free," but really in your heart, you know that, oh, this is a time when, I should be working hard, I should be, grinding myself, but I am just chilling. And, you know, um, that point when you achieve, when you set a challenging goal, and you achieve it. For example, your challenging goal for this week is, I will complete 5 chapters of this subject, I will solve at least 100 questions of aptitude and learn these concepts, and I will read 2 chapters on English grammar. For example, these are your challenges that you have set. If you complete it by Saturday, for example, Saturday was your deadline, take a chill pill on Saturday, yeah, go have Domino's pizza. There's nothing that's stopping you for that, right? But you have to set those challenging goals and be true to yourself. Okay, I think that is something that everyone misses out on, right? And it's easier said than done, you know. I think now also, Suchita, you might also be facing this challenge in Corona, so it has become very difficult.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, yeah, but you have to, set rewards, you have to take breaks, but you have to be challenging, set challenging goals and be true to yourself at the same time. That is very important.
Yes.
Yeah, that is very important. So these were 3 tips that Suchita had to say. I think I have also a couple of tips that I would like to say. Number one thing here, basically the fourth thing from my end would be opportunistic. Okay, what I feel being opportunistic means is, you have to really find out where you are extracting the most value from. Okay, and then make use of it. For example, I used to get 1 hour free in my bus ride. Okay, I used to get 1 hour free and I could solve some questions, I could, really understand, okay, this is the concept, and I had some good students in my bus also whom I could discuss this with. Okay, so I used that thing not as a I did not complain my situation that, oh, I have to study in the bus. Okay, because really my timetable was very screwed. Okay, I used to wake up at 5:30, I used to catch my bus at 7, from 7 to no, 6:30 to 7:30 I was in my bus, 7:30 to 2 I was in my school के बाद में 2 to 3 I was in my bus again. 3:15 my van used to come for coaching. Until 9 in the evening I was in coaching. Are itna, you have so much of things from morning 5:30 to evening 9. You are asking a 16-17-year-old to commit so much of time. How on earth is that possible, man? That is not possible. Plus I'm lazy also, right? So really what you have to do at that time is not grind, right? You do not have to solve the same question 100 times. You have to understand that, okay, this is the time slot that I have got, let me make use of it. This is the chapter that I already know, why am I solving this again? Yeah, you really have to understand, oh, this is something that I maybe do not know, and I've been keeping it away from some time for some time. And if you somehow find out some other person who happens to know that exam, who happens to know that subject, you have to be opportunistic and you have to go to that person and ask, acha, tell me about this, please explain me this. There's nothing wrong with being that kind of a person, being able to take out time, being able to ask for favors, being able to do the smart work. There's nothing wrong with that. But really what happens is, we have this burden of doing hard work. When we feel that we are 100% responsible for our results, we feel this burden that now I have to give 100%, I have to work very hard, I have to work like I cannot sleep, I have to study for 16 hours. But that's not right. It is what people say is smart work, really, is being opportunistic every time. If you find someone who knows better than you, go grab that person and understand the topic. If you find some time where you can really study, find that time and give everything that you can. If you find some time to just chill and relax, make use of that opportunity and relax because you need it, not because you have that burden to really work hard. It should not be a burden, otherwise you will be burnt out. Yeah, you will be like, Are, I cannot do this anymore. And I think that is something that you should really keep in mind. Suchita, do you have anything to add to this?
I think I totally agree with you that being, you can't just wait, and you can't just wait and say that opportunity will come to you. You really have to, seek it, and you have to grab it when it's there. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. 1 minute. I'm just adding all of these notes for you guys. It is really applicable to anything, right? It is applicable even to, like, somebody asks, how do I prepare for aptitude question? It's not that really hard, no? You can just Google that and watch a video on YouTube. But because you are not able to still understand, is because you have not been paying attention to how you will actually learn that process. And learning is really something that is very conceptual in nature. You just don't have to do grunt work, right? Because entrance exams are something that require you to really, you know, be very smart and make use of time rather than secure more and more marks, right? So if you have a question, how do I do this, just clear it out or ask for help. Okay, there's no reason that how to do that. Just watch some YouTube video, there's nothing wrong with that. I've met so many students who think that maybe if I watch a YouTube video I will get misdirected because I'm not following the what coaching is saying or what others are saying. It's okay as long as you know what you are doing. Okay, so if you have questions like that, seek help from wherever you can get it, and be sensitive about and cognizant about your time as well at the same time. I think another thing that everyone should do is they should have a friend circle with similar interests and similar aspirations. So if you have some people in your school or some people in your college who also want to do what you want to do, for example, you want to clear NEET, okay, and your friends are people who are in commerce and want to really clear CAT, for example, or want to clear CA, okay, your you might be great friends, you might be good students also. I'm not saying, in Hindi there is this term sangati ka asar, which parents also say that you have to make good friends and all of that. Not, making good friends is another thing, but really reaching out to people who have similar interests and engaging in those conversations with them is also important. Because when you get that feel right, that we are 5 people who are doing this together, or we are 4 people who are doing this together, then it becomes very easy. That ride becomes very easy. If you already do not have such people, you can do 2 things. Either convert your old friends, okay, just tell them, no, you have to do this with me, you have to help me in this journey. Or second, try approaching new people. Do not get rid of your old friends, okay, no need to get rid of your old friends, but try approaching new people and discuss only those items with them. Okay, only discuss things related to NEET exam with them, and slowly if they have to become friends, they will become friends, but at least they will be a study partner. Okay, it's important to be in that circle, otherwise you'll feel very alone in this journey. And it's very difficult when you're looking after your school preparation as well, you're looking after your board exams and 2 3 different entrances and colleges and parents expectations, and it's very difficult. You need some friends for that. Have that kind of a circle. I think Kasturi has a good question. Kasturi, we have one last tip for you all, and after that we will take up all of your questions. Okay. I think the last tip that we have is you have to really find sources of inspiration everywhere. So, for example, this webinar might be a source of inspiration for you, right? A YouTube video might be a source of inspiration. One person who did really well in life might be a source of inspiration for you, right? The fact that maybe Suchita is so younger than me, but still we have had such similar journeys, is such a source of inspiration, because I am much older, but still she's of your age. Many of you are, just 1 or 2 years younger than Suchita, but still, it's a source of inspiration that she's also able to relate to that, and she has also worked so hard, right? So you really have to search for those inspirations, because every day you will find, like, I am not able to give my 100%, I am not able to be the best version of myself. But then if you find such small small sources of inspiration, that will inspire you. One thing that I did, Suchita, I would love to learn what you did as well. One thing that I did was, I used to listen to these songs of Lakshya movie, and it used to have these things, Lakshya ko har haal mein paana hai, ऐसा something like this, okay, which helps you, really think of it like, you have to achieve something today and things like that. And I used to first listen to that song, and when my exams came, na, both my boards and my JE exam, I made a big poster and I wrote down this song entirely on it, and I stuck it on my wall, and I used to give myself that motivation, because everyone needs that, right? Suchita, did you also do something crazy like this?
So it's like I had two sources of
Huh.
motivation. So I used to like watching these DVD series. So whatever, so like whenever I studied for like half an hour, like 1.5 hour, then I used to give myself a break, and then I used to watch one episode, and then I was craving another episode. For that I had to study another an hour. So I set it like that. And the other thing was, for preparing for boards, what I liked was, I used to study before our teacher used to teach. So what happened was, like, teacher used to ask me that, is this the right answer, Suchita? Can you confirm this? So I liked this a lot, and then I used to prepare myself for for giving everyone the confirmation of getting the right answers. So that was one of the source of motivation that I had.
Yeah. I think this happened with me also. So I was a very bad student. I tell everyone this, that in my class 5th I got 15 maths. In my class 10th I got 100 in maths. I don't know how I became that awesome. It somehow happened. But in in class 9th, 10th I got this cool factor that you get in teenage years, that I have to be cool, and I knew for once that I was not one of those cool kids in school. So I just thought maybe I should be cool by studying. Okay, and then I started studying, and this happened with me. And in class, when teacher has done is solving a question, and you've already done that, then that seems like, ha, yeah, this person has done something great.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Ha. And I think this is your way of interpreting, right? And you have your
Exactly.
own thing, "Ki, this will inspire me." So that is why you have to really work hard for that, and understand what really inspires you, and find those things every day, and help that source of motivation to help you every day to do small menial tasks that you have to do, right? For example, one thing that used to happen in my class was, I was not very great at chemistry, but my teacher used to have public, bezzati is the word. Basically, he used to make fun of people in the class by calling any random person on the uh, you know uh, front, and asking them 5 questions. If they could answer any 3 4, he used to give some, he used to say, "Acha, this is good." Otherwise, he used to be like, humiliate that person. I don't know why he was like that. Sometimes he did that, okay. But I was prepared, because my reward was never getting humiliated. That's it, right?
Mhm.
So I worked hard because I never wanted to get humiliated. That's it. That was my source of inspiration, Abhi. However you want to interpret it, but you
Mhm.
have to find such things, okay. I think last thing that I think we both have a lot to contribute to is how to prioritize, right, Suchita? So what
Yes.
about how did you go about prioritizing? Because many a times, between boards and exams, people fail to prioritize and give things the right time that they need. How would you, what would you say about that?
So I'll give you my example that when I was preparing for boards, I took up commerce as my stream. So I was very fond of accounts, and people who are from commerce background would know that accountancy and maths, both need a lot of time, lot of practice, and you have to invest in it. So I prioritized it like I knew that accounts was something that I had to do every day. So I did it every day because that was my priority. And then uh, the subjects like business studies and the subjects which were like I knew that I could do it later on, I did not make it for every day. I just studied it for like 2 days in a week and like that. So I prepared it that way. And for entrance, I knew that some things are similar in that, for example, like English grammar and things like that. So along with my board studies and the entrance, so the syllabus was pretty much similar, right? So the grammar and articles and all that, tenses, all that stuff, so I had it in 12th as well and the entrance as well, so I didn't have to give extra time to that. Like I said, you have to like find the similar elements of both the subjects, then you can prioritize according to that.
Yeah.
And if you know that something is and if you know that uh, there is one subject which you need to give a lot of time, then you would probably prioritize that subject over the subject that you know. So that is how you prioritize things.
Yeah. In my case also, I was very clear that I could do well in my boards. Okay, I did well in my 10th boards, so I was sure that maybe in 12th also I can pull that. In my 11th, this happens with many students, right? In 11th they are like, oh, all of a sudden I'm out, I don't know if I could do well or not. I had friends who had 10 CGPA in class 10th, and they had like
Hmm.
less than 80% in 11th, so they were
11.
devastated. Yeah, many people go through this, right? But for them the story is a little different. For me, I at least was confident that I could crack my boards, right? So then I went on and said, okay, now that I'm confident I am okay in my boards, if I can only focus on my board studies when I'm in school, other than that I will focus all my time that I have remaining to my coaching studies for my JE preparation, because that will help
Hmm.
me enter into a college. That's as simple, right? For commerce and art students at least this is better, because more than 70% of the admissions happen through merit basis, right? Not a lot of
Yes.
admissions happen through um, entrances. So at least you are clear that boards should be a priority, right?
Hmm.
For us boards are also a priority, and this is also, entrance is also a
Hmm.
priority, because both of them are a part of your getting into a college, right?
Hmm.
They are of equal if not more priority. So I felt confident in one thing. I understood my strength. I understood that my JE preparation required more time because it had a more wider syllabus and an exam pattern that I did, and an exam pattern that I did not know about, right? Because you have to be careful now. You have been giving board exams or that kind of exams since last 12 years, but all of a sudden in 1 or 2 years a new person is coming to you and saying, oh, prepare for this exam and you will get selected in best colleges in the world. That does not happen instinctively, right? You have to prepare more for it. Boards, so at least you have been doing for 12 years the same kind of exams, right? So my prioritization was basically, I understood that okay, my boards are okay, so I will focus on my board exams only in my school. Other than that I will devote time on my coaching and everything. Okay, when pre-boards came, okay, I gave some priority to that, because again it was like a mock test for my board exams, and I am a fan of mock tests, right? So I did that pre-boards very well. And if I did well in my pre-boards, right, I was confident about my boards. So in my boards also I could chill a little bit because I knew what to expect. So you have to really understand yourself in this process and prepare
Hmm.
accordingly. Yeah. So I guess those are the 7 things that we have for you. Okay. Number one is planning. Number two is mock tests. Number three is giving yourself rewards, taking breaks, having a stress free life. Fourth is to be opportunistic wherever possible. Fifth is to have a circle of people who have similar interests. Sixth is to get sources of inspiration daily. And seventh is to prioritize really well. Okay, these were the items that were there from our end. We will quickly take up some questions that you all have also posted. Let me know if this much was helpful to you guys. Also post in the chat if you have questions other than this which we can help you solve. I guess, Suchita, one of the questions that really interested me is from Vinutark, who by the way has left the call. So maybe we shouldn't answer. Vinutark is on the call. Okay. So Yeah. So Vinutar basically has a question that he is a commerce student and there is a lot of time. He does not know what to do in that time. So what would you suggest? You are also a commerce student, right?
Yeah. So you have a lot of time for preparing for entrance or the boards. Could you please, elaborate? Because if you have a lot of time, I would say that if you've taken maths with commerce, then I would say you don't have time, buddy, because maths requires a lot of practice and accountancy as well. And there will be times when you solve one question and then you get the right answer, but then and that another moment you will solve another question similar to that, but you won't get the answer. So if you don't practice, then you won't really you have to be very consistent about this, like practical subjects like accountancy and mathematics. And if you have mathematics, I would say that you really have to practice both of them simultaneously. And that's how you can use your time. And if you're free, just you can do your English stuff, read stories from English book. And because English really has a lot of weightage, because sometimes what happens in boards, that English really pulls your marks down. So you really need to prepare for English. You always think like, I'll prepare for English later on, it's just so easy, and it has just stories and nothing else. But when you give the exams, you get to know that if you had studied, then you would have scored well in English. So please do not make that mistake. And that's how, please use your time. I would say that time is very precious, and do not waste it. Please do something, please be a productive in a way that try preparing beforehand. So be prepared for anything that comes your way. So please do not waste your time like that. You can also watch some videos that are related to your subjects. You can find out what to prepare for entrances. You can go like that, but do not just sit idle and watch like Netflix and all. You can do that, but apart from that, please do not waste your time like that.
Yeah, yeah. Very true, yeah. And really, Vinutar, if you think that you have a lot of time, you have to write down literally everything that you have to do by the end of the year on a piece of paper. You will already get to know how much you have to do. Okay? At times it's as easy as writing everything down on a piece of paper and looking at it like, oh my god, I have to do so much,
Definitely.
right?
I have a lot of lot of things on my plate.
Yeah. Are if you do that once and you just separate that in small chunks. Okay, if I have to do 100 things, I will do one every day, and then I will just do all the 100 things in 100 days, and you get that time, right? Even if you have 4 months remaining for exam, which many of you do, right? You can focus on one thing every day. You can pick one piece and focus on it every day. So that's the thing. And Vinutak, when you're writing, you want to do all, you want to have it all, you really have to understand ki if you want to have it all, how much effort that every single thing requires and how you have to
Requires.
prioritize. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there is this very famous prioritization framework. It is called cost versus impact. Okay, cost is basically how much time are you spending on it, and impact is how much impact it is generating for you, how much is it helping you. Ideally, you will like to do activities which have higher impact and lower cost. Why? Because you have to spend little time or little money on it and you get more benefit from it, right? Similarly, another thing that you would like to do is something that has more impact and more cost, because at least you have to work hard for it, right? So if you have, even if you have 100 things in mind, write down this ki, okay, is this high impact or is this low impact, is this high cost or is this low cost, or low effort or high effort. If you are able to just tell these things in different categories. There are only 4 categories, right, that you can have, and focus on things which have higher impact. Automatically you will prioritize, bro.
Mhm.
This will automatically solve all of your queries. Every business consulting, I used to be a business consultant before. Maybe Suchita, this will help you out also. So
Mhm.
every business consulting thing, and I was a product manager before, right? They use this framework to prioritize their projects. And this is such a simple thing which you can apply every time in your life. But nobody
Mhm.
knows about that, and they think I have too much to do, right?
Mhm.
Similarly, Kasturi, you have this question, right? How to cover huge syllabus in 2 months? First of all, write down that entire syllabus. Okay, segment that कि अच्छा this is something that I am good at. Thus, it will be low effort for me, है ना? And then write down, okay, this will be high impact from me because there are more questions from this, or there are more 6 mark questions for this, or something like that. Do you remember in maths or and all, we used to focus only on the 6 mark questions in CBSE because they were
Mhm.
the most
Weightage was the thing.
yeah. So write down that and focus on things which have more weightage, and ideally which have more effort or low effort. If something has
Mhm.
low weightage and you are spending your time on that, then it's of no use. Huh.
It's a yes.
Yeah. Okay, another question that I think, Abhishek, we will come to your question after this. Okay, we have a question with Kasturi also only has asked, ma'am, how to manage time between preparing for competitive exam and school syllabus? So I believe, Kasturi, we really talked about this a lot. Okay, one thing that you can do is time block your activities. Okay, you say कि in the morning I will focus only on my school, in the evening I will focus only on my competitive exams. Or you can say, today I will focus only on my school, today I will focus only on my competitive exam. That is a
Mm.
trick that helps everyone. And I used to do this, it has helped for me. So Chitta, what about you?
I think that is the best way to sort things out. And if you if you multitask, then you won't be able to get everything right. So you have to focus on one thing per day. That will be enough. That will be great to focus on one thing and then moving on to the other. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I think that should be the best way to go about it, Kasturi. Let us know if you have any more questions. Abhishek has a question. Do crash courses really work? Suchita, do you have something to say here in this?
Crash courses really work.
Do they really work?
Like which crash courses? Like DU crash course?
I guess he's asking for NEET, but in general, there are a lot of crash courses in the world, right?
Yeah. So well, I gave I gave Christ University entrance, and I felt like I was prepared, but then I was in a little bit of doubt that people are preparing for months, and I had only like 3 to 4 months to prepare, and I was like I prepared it in hurry, but then still I prioritized a few of the things, and then I went about it. So when I cleared Christ University, when I got the email for the interview, I was shocked that I cleared it. But then when due entrance came, and then I wanted to get into due like so much, so I had to prioritize at that time. So I did not go for Christ University. I would say that Christ University prepared me for preparing for Delhi University. So I would say the preparation thing goes on and off, but then it really helps you to build your analytical skills and the aptitude skills, and you can really it'll help you in future only. So
Yeah.
yeah, it helps in personal development, I would say.
Yeah, personally, I would say that if you have an option, for example, if for now you can, if you have 6 months to prepare for your exam and you are just delaying it, you will prepare it for last 3 months. Okay, don't do that. Okay, because you don't know what will happen in those 3 months. If you know that now
Definitely.
you have time and you can spend time in even preparing, giving 10% of your time to it or 20% of your time to it, give it that time. Everything takes time. Slowly, get it started. For example, if you want to lose weight, you cannot just stop eating all of a sudden, right? You have to slowly cut down your calories and all, and it's hard. It's very hard. I have tried that. I'm still fat. Okay, so it's very hard. Lekin you have to do that, man. Otherwise you won't be able to do anything. Now slowly you have to build up, and all of a sudden, it can't be that you do one crash course, like you do one crash diet and then you get all slim forever in the life. That does not happen, right? Suchita said, it gives you the motivation and it gives you the idea to do it long term and to really make it happen for another opportunity that you may get, right? Because she used it that way, and many people use crash diet as well, like that, right? There's a very similar analogy, like yeah. But nonetheless, if you have time, give it time. Okay, don't wait for end moment to come and you to be like, oh, now I have to do everything all at once. If you do not have a lot of time, then prioritize well and plan accordingly, and it will help you. If you are true to yourself, if you are giving your 100%, there's nothing wrong with it. Even if you do not get the right results, okay, you at least will know in your heart that I gave whatever I could, right? It's okay, because competition is a real thing, right? Okay, it's okay if you do not land in the bestest place. If when I wanted to give IIT, I wanted to get all India rank 1, I did not get it right. Everyone has like this kind of a thing. Not everyone gets what they want, but if you give your 100%, you know that you did all you could. Now it was something situational that happened, which somehow impacted. But in life, this is not the only thing that determines what you will eventually get, right? In life there will be 100 moments where if you give your 100%, then things will really work out well for you, and that is what you should look forward to, really. And your entrance exams, your board preparations, your all of these things train you for that difficult life in a way. Yeah, kafi gyan, there was so much funda that I gave all of a sudden. But I hope it was helpful. Guys, let us know if you have any more questions. We will take one last question and then we'll end the session. You can write that down in the chat. Suchita, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Sorry, your video is yeah, now it's okay. Nice. Thanks Kasturi, Abhishek, you liked the session. Guys, if you have any more questions, I hope we addressed all the questions that were sent before. Yeah, okay, fine. So if you're preparing for any exam like banking and all, it's the same, yeah, it's really the same, and there's no trick. Suchita and I gave so many different exams. I did not know about her journey really before coming here.
Even I didn't know about her journey.
Yeah, but whatever your journey might be, that's the nature of this thing, right? So you would have similar stories every time. But somebody raised their hand. Who was it? You can type in the chat or you can unmute yourself and say, we will take one last question, whoever wants to go first. We'll wait till 8:35. Okay, we started at 7:35. We'll wait till 8:35. If you have any question, we'll address that. Otherwise, we'll end the session. Apart from that, guys, Steer Me is also on Instagram. You can follow us, and you can definitely, go through our app as well and let us know your suggestions. We are, always available on our Instagram, and you can DM us if you have any kind of issues later on. What we would really suggest is, if, for example, you want to clear NEET, you would get really the best and most practical advice from somebody who has already cleared NEET. That's so simple, right? That's like 101. That's like the most basic thing, that you should ask for help from someone who has been there, done that. So that is something that Steer Me helps you to do. If you want to study journalism later on, for example, Suchita is the person for you, right? And she will help you, understand that entire journey. If you want to do banking, we have some mentors who have done banking as well. So you will find those people. If you want to do something like CFA, we have people who have done CFA. So you can go and talk to them, because what we have given is still general funda, because we have a very diverse group of people, as you can see. And we have had similar stories, really. But there might be something in NEET, like a neat person would say, okay, biology you should study from NCERT only, chemistry you should study from here, and physics you should study this.
They will give you specifications, and they will give you the right this thing, how much amount you should give to particular subject, and they will give you a practical advice.
Yeah, so it's very important to talk to those people, because they have been through the problems that you are going through. Even if it is, I'm telling you now, even if it is all India rank 1, that person, even if he secured 100% in CBSE board or anything like that, still that person went through the same problems that you are going through. Okay, you should always reach out to people like that, and it will always help. Okay, but I think 8:35 is done, yaar. Thanks a lot, Suchita. Guys, if you have any more questions, you can message us on Steer Me. I hope this session was helpful. And special thanks to Tapasya. Yeah, this was a fundraise session for YEF. You can check out YEF also on Instagram. I guess most of you came here from YEF. But it's great to have all of you over here, and I hope you learned something from this session.
Thank you so much, guys, for taking on this session. I hope all the participants have gained a lot of matter from you all. We look forward to for more sessions like this. It was so much informative and so much amazing. I can't tell. I hope each and every participant has enjoyed the session. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. On behalf of Youth Empowerment Foundation, thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, yaar. And if any one of you, made notes of this, you can really, the 7 items that we wrote, you should really write that down and look at it from, a different perspective that suits you. I think, Tapasya, you can also share this, these small notes with them on the email. I will share this video as well with you. All right.
Yeah, sure. I was about to ask you for this video so that we can post it on YouTube, and it will be really good if you can share the notes as well.
Hi, your notes are in the chat. You can just see that in the chat.
Okay. So can you share me? It will be really difficult for me to take the notes from the chat. So can you share, just copy and copy paste and share me in WhatsApp?
Yeah, definitely. Okay, yaar. Thank you everyone for joining in. Glad that you liked the session. Yeah, if you liked it, please tag Steer Me and YEF both on Instagram and post a story or something. Yeah, we would really appreciate it. And if you have more people in your network, tell them about Steer Me, because we think we are doing awesome work. Okay, we think we are doing awesome work. We have more than 300 mentors with us who are really motivated to help out students. As Suchita, she's like really inspired to help people. So share it with as many people as you can, so that we can really create some impact in the world. Great, yaar.
Sure, guys, you are doing an amazing work. I just love this session. Personally, I just love this session, and I gained so much of knowledge from you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks everyone.